All right. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about the delay. Let's just make sure that everything is going all right here. I want to make sure I got you all on my page. How's everybody's morning going? Hopefully it's going well. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find me. Let's see. There we are. Awesome. Maybe if somebody wants to give me a little thumbs up, make sure that you can hear me. That'd be great. All right, you guys. I'm hoping everybody can hear me and see me and all of that great stuff. If so, let's go ahead and get started. So, I hope you guys are all doing fabulous this morning. I really appreciate you all. Whoops, sorry. Turn that off. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I guess you guys can hear me. I just want to take a little moment to ground in today, find a moment to center in. I know that life can be pretty crazy right now. We're attempting to find a little solitude amongst all the stress and everything. So maybe we can find that with our flow today. We want to get our heart going. We want to get our energy going, but we also want to ground in and find ourselves again. So thank you guys for joining me today. I'll give you a few extra minutes on the end of this. We can make sure we get that full hour in. I really appreciate you all being here with me. So I want you to start on your knees. If it's too much for your feet to start on your knees, go ahead and start on your bum in a cross-legged position. But I want us to start stretching through those feet, start focusing here, okay? So I really want you to bring the knees together, bring the legs together, and sit back onto those heels. You're releasing through those toes. If you want to give yourself a toe stretch, come onto the toes, but we're going to be here for a few breaths. So honor your space wherever you're at today. Honor that, okay, guys? Awesome. So as you start to settle in, lifting up from that pelvic floor, go ahead and close your eyes. Imagine a current of energy as it flows up the front of the body. It's going to lift the front of your body, lifting through the chin, and allow the crown of the head to reach up. Drop the shoulders back and down and away on your exhale. Smile, breathe. Good. Starting to find that breath in and out through the nose. Inhaling deeply. Filling that belly up with air and exhaling fully all through the nose, guys. Good. Inhale. Lifting the front side. Exhale. Drawing down the back side. For those of you who are practicing with me for the first time, my name is Rachel. I'm a true hot yoga instructor. I am so grateful to be able to guide you guys today and lead you guys through this practice. Please remember, if at any time you need a sip of water, you need a towel off, you want to just come down and lay here and just listen, just do so. Just bring yourself into the energy of yoga and love your mat. Allow it to be here to support you in whatever way you need today, okay? Whether you're watching this in the morning or right before bed, just let everything go. Anything that's happened up until this point this morning, let it go. Release it out with your exhale. Let it out. Just let it go. Start to focus in on the present moment. Focus in on this space. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Good. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Inhale. Exhale, relax the face. Good. Inhale. And just gently releasing, letting it all go. Let the shoulders drop back and down, then breathe. Last breath. Inhale, take it deep. Really fill that belly up with air. And then exhale through the nose, let it all go. Good. Open the eyes, smile. Start to walk your hands forward for just a moment, coming onto that belly, releasing down into child's pose, just bringing some of the tension off those feet for just a moment. inhale, come on back up. Sweep the mat with your hands. If you're facing sideways like me, go ahead and turn around and let's come onto those knees. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Stack the knees right underneath those hip points. Extend your toes out long. Think about creating a nice extension from the crown of the head to the tip of your tailbone. Make sure that you're stacking those wrists right underneath the elbows and the elbows right underneath the shoulders. Your eyes of the elbows are going to be facing forward. That way you can start to get that nice bend in the elbows that's going to support your body when we're working on chaturangas and things like that. So tuck the belly button up to the spine. Drop the spine to meet the belly button. Good. Extend the crown of the head out long. Good. Press up and out of the palms. On your next inhale, start to drop the belly and reach the eye gaze up towards the ceiling. Smile. Maybe you can see the sun wherever you're at. Feel the sun on your face, on your body, hopefully. If not, I recommend you go outside after this practice and really get some of that vitamin D from that sunlight, okay? Exhale, round and curl. Draw the belly up to the spine. Really tuck your chin into your chest and breathe. Micro bend in the elbows and imagine pushing your hips towards your elbows. They're not going to actually touch, but it's going to allow you to really draw up and in. Good, couple of breaths here. Tightening up through that core, lifting through that pelvic floor, and then inhale, drop the belly, look up to the sky. Exhale, round it out, curl it in, chin to chest, belly button up to the spine, pressing the hips forward. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, last one, round and curl, make it count, pressing through the palms, reach, 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 grounding in through the feet behind you. Good, drop it down, neutral spine. Nice, extend the crown of the head long, extend the tailbone long, draw that belly button up to meet. Holding here, feel your core turn on. Maybe you want to try a little shh, 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 shh. You'll feel that core activate here. You can even do a longer one. Shh. With your exhale. Really feel that core and how it tightens up and turns on there. Good. Walk the hands out about one hand length. Curl onto your toes for just a moment as you lift the hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Nice job, guys. Pedal it out here. Bending through the knees. Start thinking about your foundation here. Pressing and spreading those palms wide. Think about grounding in through the balls of the fingers. So where the palm meets the fingers, really press into that foundation as you spread those fingers wide. That's going to take some of that pressure out of your wrists. Now, start to rotate the upper arm bones out. Think about rotating the eyes of those elbows forward. And then draw your shoulder blades to meet behind you. Squeezing them together. This is going to help lift and press your chest towards your thighs. Good. Micro bend in the elbows, micro bend in the knees. This might mean that your heels aren't touching. That's okay. I want you to think about rotating those inner thighs towards one another. That's going to lift your hips to the sky. Then start to lengthen through the legs, working to get those heels down to the mat one day. Nice work, you guys. Inhale, right leg lifts. We're not going all the way up, just a micro step right in front of the left foot. Slow walk up to the top of the mat. Left leg lifts. Good. Keep the hands where they are. Draw that left foot in. Drop it in front of the right. Imagine you're walking along a tightrope here. Right leg lifts. Good. Drop it down in front of the left. Keep walking until you get to the top of the mat into your first forward fold. Uttanasana. Nice. Separate the feet hips distance. You can measure this distance by placing the fists side by side like this, and then place it in between your feet, in between the arches, and then move the feet back together to gather around those fists. That's how you'll know, okay? Nice, you guys. Let it hang heavy here. Maybe you want to grab for opposite elbows. Let the head dangle. Good. Keep a micro bend in the knees. This is going to activate everything all the way up to the tailbone. Start lengthening through the legs. If your knees are bent, do your best. It's okay to have a bend in the knees here. We want that micro bend, but if you need, you can have a full-on bend here. Maybe you want to rock it side to side, releasing tension here. Nice work, you guys. Release the hands into the mat. Stop the rocking. Slowly start to trace a line up the front of those legs. Stack one vertebrae at a time as you slowly come up. Shoulders and then head are always going to be last to rise, guys. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Tuck the tailbone, and then exhale, back bend. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop those hands down to heart center. Resist that urge to fidget and breathe. Close the eyes if you wish. Everyone smile. Draw the corners of that mouth up. Smile. Nice. Feel the grounding of your feet into the mat. Feel the knees with that slight bend and how you can lift that pelvic floor. Elbows out to the sides of the room. Start pressing into the palms right there at your heart. Shoulders come back and down as you breathe. Nice. Inhale, open the eyes, reach up for the sky. Exhale, swan dive. So press the sides of the room away. Think about that flat spine staying flat, and then come all the way down. Heel toe those feet back into touch. And then slowly start to rise up once more. Good. Shoulders come back and down and away. Go ahead and fix your clothes. Fix whatever you need to fix here. Grab a sip of water if you need. And then inhale. Reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Good. Grab a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Turn your right palm up to the sky. So heels and toes are touching here. We're zipping up through the legs. We're lifting that current of energy up the front side of the body. We're grabbing a hold of that right wrist and we're turning the right palm up. Now, I want you to think about drawing that right pinky back. This is going to draw your biceps away from your ears and draw your shoulders back and down. Good. Inhale, lift up. Feel the stretch down the sides of your body here. And then slowly shift the hips to the right and draw the right arm over the right ear. Good. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Now, I don't want you to sink down into this left side. So imagine lifting up first and then coming over. The moment you feel that stretch from the right pinky all the way down to the knife's edge of that right foot, you're doing it right. Good. Maybe look up to the ceiling. Think about drawing the right shoulder back and the left shoulder under. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Hold it here for 2 breaths. Good. Each exhale gives us an opportunity to pull on that right side a little bit more. Good. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, slight back bend. Let it go. Good. Inhale, reach on up, grabbing a hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Turn the left palm face up to the sky. This is called a Calcutta grip. We're going to draw the left pinky back behind us, bringing the biceps away from the ears and draw the shoulders back and down. Good. Smile. Have fun. It's just yoga, you guys. We're honoring what our body can do. It's such a celebration of life when our bodies can move. Nice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, shift that body weight over to the left and draw the left arm over the left ear. Think about bringing the left bicep back or the left shoulder back and the right shoulder under. Maybe look up to the ceiling. Increasing the stretch to the left side from that pinky all the way down to the knife's edge of that foot. You're actually pressing pressure into that left foot to prevent you from sinking down into this right side. Good. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon here. Feel the stretch. 2 more breaths. Good. Nice deep belly breath. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, let it go. Back bend. Nice work, guys. Facing the top of our mat once again. We inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Just want to make sure I'm not losing my stuff. Good. Come on down. Inhale, halfway lift. So keep a micro bend in the knees, and you're going to place the palms either onto the shins or onto the thighs, and then think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Extend the crown of the head long. Look down at the top of your mat, holding here for 2 breaths. Feel that core turn on. Good. Exhale, release it down. Shake the head now. Nod it yes. Nice work. Place the palms into the mat. If you need to bend the knees to do so, that's okay. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, step it back. We find ourselves in lunge for just a moment before we press down through the palms and then step the left foot back. Hold. We're holding in plank here, so find your foundation for a moment here. You might need to separate the hands a little bit just to make sure that they're underneath the shoulder girdle here, right underneath those shoulders. Then shift back through the heels. Extend those legs out long and draw your core up and in. So imagine squeezing a block between your legs here and hold. Eventually, you're going to start to shake. Hold. Let the body shake. Breathe. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Just 2 more breaths. Shifting it back, downward dog. Nice work, you guys. Think about your foundation. Start to set your downward dog strong right away here. Good. Pressing through the palms. Extend the eyes, the elbows forward. Shoulder blades come back and down and squeeze together. Nice work, you guys. Inhale, lifts that right leg all the way up. Exhale, shift it all the way up and through. We find ourselves in that long lunge. Place the left palm just outside of the right arch. And inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Extend that right hand long. Reaching it up, maybe sprinkle the fingers, I was going to call it. Wiggle the fingers there and grab some of that energy up there. Allow it to peel, pour down the arm, into the shoulder, across the chest, in through that left hand, into the ground. Smile. Look up at that right thumb. And then windmill that right hand back down. Shift the body weight forward. Left leg lifts. Standing splits. Drop it down to meet the right. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Nice work, you guys. Grab for opposite elbows here. Rock the body side to side. Good. Release the hands. Stop the rocking. Start to roll it up. Trace a line up the front of the legs. Stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come back and down. Head is always going to be last to rise, guys. And then we reach those arms up to the sky. Cactus the arms. Tuck the tailbone. Let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive back down. Let's move on to that left side. Frame the feet. Step the left leg up and back. Long lunge. Holding here for just a moment, squaring up through the hips, then grounding through the hands and kicking the right foot back. Plank. Set yourself up for success here. Make sure the shoulders are over the wrists, and then extend those heels out long. Squeeze that imaginary block between the thighs. Hold. Press up and out. Don't sink down into the shoulders. Press up and out of the shoulders. Holding here. Eyes of the elbows face forward. Everything's turned on here. Extend those heels longer. Smile. Look down between the thumbs. Exhale. Shift it back. Downward dog. Nice, guys. Nice. Pressing through that foundation. Inhale. Lift that left leg up. Exhale, shift it all the way up and through. Find that long lunge once more. Nice. Right hand comes into the mat. Inhale, lift that left arm up to the sky. Open up. Little side twisting lunge here. Look up at the left thumb. Good. Smile. Extend that right heel long. Sink it down a little farther. Feel the twist in the belly here. Gather up that energy, wiggle those fingers. Good. Release it down. Frame the foot. Shift it forward. Right leg lifts. Drop it down. Uttanasana, feet together. Slowly starting to rise up. Inhale, come on up. Good. Reaching those arms all the way up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Back bend. Good. Nice work, you guys. Inhale, reach those arms back up. Exhale, drop those hands down to the hips. Hero pose. Turn towards the side of your mat so you have more room to step out. And then step out with that right foot. Bring it long. Good. Whew. Extending through the nice edge of the feet. Turn your big toes in a little bit. This is going to give you a little better play here in the legs. And then remember that micro bend in the knees. Okay? Shoulders back and down. Tuck that pelvic floor up and under. Let it lift. Nice. Good work, you guys. Inhale those arms out. Shoulders drop back and down and away. Turn the palms up. Look over the fingertips. Good. Turn the palms back down. Keep the shoulders where they are. Good. Slowly think about a flat spine. Kick that booty out. Keep the spine flat. Come down halfway. Keep the arms out wide. Holding here. Think about holding a little teacup filled with tea right there on the back of your tailbone. I'm going to set it right here. If it falls, it's going to spill on you. Good. Look down at the mat and then slowly fold it all the way down. Walk the hands in line with the feet, right there in line with the arches. Good. Start to bend the elbows towards the back side of your body. Releasing the head down. Let it hang heavy here. If headstand is in your practice, go ahead and head that way if you'd like. If you're still working to get there, we're working to get the top of the head to touch the mat before we move forward into that headstand. So don't force yourself here. Allow everything to hang heavy. Maybe you start to bring the forearms to the mat. Feeling a nice stretch through the hamstrings here. Down the back sides of the legs and into the ankles. Maybe you want to grab for the nice edge of the feet here and then bend through the elbows to get the head farther. Think about keeping that flat spine. Good. Holding here for another 3 breaths, wherever you are. If you're in that headstand, slowly, try not to slingshot, work your way out. Good. Release the hands if you have them gripping. And then slowly start to walk the hands out. Bring the hands to the hips. Activate through those knees. So bend, that micro bend in the knees. Activate through the inner thighs and come up with that flat spine. Good. Reaching the head all the way up. Head stacks over heart. Heart stacks over pelvis. Maybe you need to tuck that pelvic floor in a little bit to get it really in line. Nice. Inhale, hands to the hips. Exhale, step it back. Left comes to meet the right at the back of your mat. Nice work. Turn back towards the length of your mat. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, slight back bend. Let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's come on down. Swan dive down. Walk the hands out. Moving into your downward dog. Good, nice work, you guys. Bring the big toes to touch and let the knees go wide for just a moment. Release through the toes, sink the hips to the heels. Utthita Balasana is extended child's pose. So what I want you to do is first sit the hips to the heels. Then you're going to think about bringing your belly right in between the thighs as you walk the hands out. Keep the extension from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone always. Walk it out here. Belly in between the thighs, forehead into the mat, and let it go. Releasing here, maybe rocking side to side with that forehead. Let me just breathe. Nice work, you guys. Stretching through the hips here. Good. Inhale, slowly start to walk those hands, walk that body back up. Sinking hips to heels for just a moment, and then walking it forward. Stack the knees underneath those hips, extend the toes long. Walk the hands forward, curl onto the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Let's move into a little pigeon posture. So I want you to inhale, reach that right leg all the way up to the sky. Now we're reaching it all the way up. So I want you to open up through that hip, okay? Maybe even look under that right shoulder for a moment. Then think about squaring up through the shoulders and really opening up the hip. Now bend through the right knee. Really start to open up here. If wild things in your practice or you just want to play for a moment, you can slowly shift the body weight forward for just a moment. Drop the right foot behind you. Sink down through the booty and then lift. Little reverse crab posture, I guess, one-handed. It's also called a wild thing. Good. Lift up through the hips. Extend that right arm long. Good. Now sink through the hips. Rotate back on that left foot and extend that right leg long. Three-legged dog. Nice. Shift the right leg out and around, bring it to meet the right elbow. Hold. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, right knee, right elbow. Again, hold. Shift it back. Good. Right knee, right elbow, then cross it over to the left, cross it back to the right, and drop it down. Moving into that pigeon posture. Walk that left leg back, release through the toes. Nice work, you guys. So, let me instruct you here. The right thigh is going to come parallel with the right side of your mat. This right foot is as far in towards the groin as it needs to go for you to be able to sit on your booty without leaning towards one side to the other. I want you to look over the left shoulder, find the left toes, extend them out long. You should have a nice long line from the tip of that toe all the way up the length of the left leg. Good. Opening up here. You're already starting to feel that stretch in the left inside of the top of your left thigh. And you're already starting to feel the circulation beginning to cut off on this right hip. Good. Reach the arms out beside you like airplane wings and slowly start to fold it down. Forehead comes into the mat. Walk the hands out in front. Now this is where you're going. If you're not quite there yet, think about keeping this right foot in towards the groin a little bit more if you need. If it's still not working for you, you can always bend this left knee towards the right foot, creating a little deer posture, and then you'll lay over onto that right thigh, okay? You guys choose your own adventure here today. I want to give you the modifications so if you're struggling, you can still find a way to work through this posture. We're opening up the left hip, okay? This is working us towards a splits scenario, guys. So, yoga goals. Keep working towards that. If you can't reach the arms out because it's just a little too intense, maybe you stack opposite fists here or even stack your head on top of your hands. Find your place. Maybe once you get down there, you're like, dang, I can open up my hip a little bit more. So what I want you to do is start to walk this right shin to eventually become parallel with the top of the mat. I hope you're breathing in and out through that nose. Inhaling deeply, really filling that belly up with air, and then exhaling fully, letting it all go. Each exhale in our poses, in our flow, allows us to get a little deeper. So in this particular one, each exhale, we're going to be allowed to fold a little deeper, go a little deeper into those hip sockets, and release a little further onto that leg. You might find that halfway through you feel like you've released some of that tension. Maybe start to walk walk your arms out, or maybe even play with walking that right foot up. You're flexing that right foot to protect the knee. And we're just breathing here. Good. So pigeon pose is about releasing and forgiving. So we're here on our male-dominated side, our Pingala. So I want you to think of a male in your life who needs some forgiveness. Gentlemen out there, it may be you. If so, just place that picture of yourself in happiness right there in your mind's eye. Otherwise, take a picture of that male in your life who needs that forgiveness and place it into your mind's eye. Hold it there. Now, as you inhale, I want you to inhale love and exhale, send forgiveness to that person. Allowing you to forgive and to move forward. Inhale love. Exhale, send that forgiveness out. Good. Last one. Inhale, love. Exhale, send that forgiveness out. Good. Wherever you are, start to walk the hands to frame the face. Use your inhale to push on up. Come on up, frame that right knee. Now, you can stay right here, Or maybe you want to stretch through that hamstring a little farther and you're working towards a mermaid posture. So if mermaid is in your practice, go ahead and go for it. I'll attempt to instruct. Sometimes my hamstrings are a little tight, so we'll see how far I can get today. Remember, it's yoga practice, not yoga perfect, guys. We are all on this yoga journey together, but we're all on different parts of the path. So don't be afraid to modify. Don't be afraid to do something a little different than your neighbor. All of our bodies are different. Good. So we're framing that right leg, and then we're going to look back and then kick up with the left leg. Maybe you walk the right hand in front of the right calf and begin to grab on to that left leg. Good. We're opening up through the left shoulder. Maybe you're starting to walk those left toes into that little nook at your elbow. Once you have that little nook at your elbow, I want you to shift the eye gaze forward. And that might be enough for you. You might already have said, that's enough and stopped. That's okay. Go to your edge and hold it. If you're working in that mermaid, maybe now you drop the head back and reach the crown of the head towards the sole of that left foot. Good. Smile wherever you are. If you're all the way in that mermaid, gently, slowly protect your spine. Come out. Work to not slingshot here. Gently release the foot back down. Frame through that right thigh. Listen carefully, guys. Curl onto the left toe. Activate that left leg and then gently shift it back. Kick it back. Three-legged dog. That right leg comes back and up. I know. Release the right leg down to meet the left. Pedal it out. Good. So maybe you're experiencing that one leg feels longer than the other. Don't worry, we're going to stretch it out right now. Nice work, you guys. Bring the big toes to touch. Let the knees go wide for just a moment. Release through those toes. Sink the hips to the heels. Good. Take a moment. Grab a sip of water and towel off if you need to. Otherwise, work yourself into this extension here. Walk the belly in between the thighs. Walk the hands out in front. Good. Shift the hips to the heels. Use your hands into the mat to really press those hips down. Forehead comes in, and we let it go. If you'd like to add a little shoulder stretch here, I want you to think about really bringing that belly to the ground, and then walk those hands out in front. Keep walking the hands out so far that the biceps come by the ears. Bend through the elbows as you bring the hands into prayer, and release those hands towards the back of your neck. You're going to create like a little shark fin here. Pressing in through the palms, you should feel a nice stretch here through the shoulders, right where it meets the neck. If you're not feeling it, walk those elbows up a little farther towards the top of the mat. Really bring the biceps into the ears. Pressing through the palms. Breathe. Good. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Release the hands down into the mat. Walk them out so they're in line with your shoulders. And then start to walk the hands back towards the face, pushing yourself up. Come on up. Good. Stack head over heart and heart over pelvis for just a moment. Nice work, you guys. We're more than halfway done. Bring the knees together. Keep sinking the hips to the heels for just another moment, and then shift it forward. Stack the shoulders over the wrist. Stack the knees underneath the hip points. Extend the toes out long. Couple of little cat-cows here. Vilasana, Marjasana. Just letting that spine flexion happen here. Opening and closing and flexing. Good. Now, curl onto the toes. Lift the hips. We're at downward facing dog. Good. We still have our left side for forgiveness to move on to. So inhale, lift that left leg up. Kick it all the way up to the sky. Open up here. Maybe you look under Maybe you look under the left shoulder and then square up through the shoulders. Make sure you're not dumping all the weight into one hand or the other. Now, bend through the left knee and open up through the hips. Point the toe. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you flip it over into Wild Thing, releasing forward just a little bit so you can rotate on that right foot, reaching back with the left arm and lifting the hips. Little reverse crab posture. Extend that left arm out long, hold. Lifting through the hips, breathe. Smile, windmill it back down, sink through the booty, rotate on that right foot, kick the left leg out, three-legged dog. Nice, we shift it forward, left knee, left elbow, hold, kick it back. Inhale, exhale, left knee, left elbow, hold, kick it back. Good, last time, left knee, left elbow, hold, shift it across to the right, hold, shift it back to the left, and then drop it down. Moving into that pigeon, extend that right leg, walk it back. Good. Now, once you get yourself situated here, think about your foundation. Left thigh is parallel with the left side of your mat. You're flexing through the left foot. You don't want to be leaning towards one side or the other, so you might need to walk that left foot into the groin. Look over the right shoulder. Fix your toes, fix your leg, make sure that you have a nice long line going from the tip of those toes all the way up to this hip crease. Good. Once you have that foundation, you might need to walk things out a little bit more. Things might be a little different on this side, guys. You might even need to take that block or a pillow and place it underneath that folded bum, that folded legs bum right there to lift you up a little bit. That's okay. Always feel free to use your props and modify. Good. Inhale, push up, lift up. Reach those arms out. Are you finding balance here? Don't shift to one side or the other. Good. Start to fold it down. Lean it down. Lay your forehead into the mat or stacking on top of those fists. Choose your own adventure, guys. Maybe you found that you need to walk that left shin up a little bit to start to open up through the hip. Feeling the circulation cutting off through the left leg. Feeling the stretch through the top of the right thigh. Good, just breathing here, flexing that left foot to protect the knee. You guys are doing great. Stay here, releasing. Maybe starting to picture that female in your life that could use some forgiveness. Ladies, it may be you. Whoever it is, I want you to take a picture of them and place it in your mind's eye. Picture them happy, even if you really don't care if they're happy or not. I want you to picture them happy. And just breathe. On your next inhale, inhale love. Exhale forgiveness. Send it out to that person. Good. Inhale love. Good. Through the nose. Exhale forgiveness. Picture them. Send it out to them. Inhale love. Exhale. Send it out through that nose. Nice. Just releasing, letting go here. We're really feeling the legs start to turn on here. Maybe they're starting to scream at you. I challenge you to take an inhaled breath and send that fresh oxygen into that area that's giving you tension or screaming at you. Allow it to fill that space up with fresh air, fresh oxygen. Open up and release that tension. I challenge you to stay into that pose another 3 breaths. Good. Nice work, you guys. Last couple of beats here. I want to make sure we stay in this side as long as we did the other side. Just keep breathing. You guys are doing great. Honor your body wherever it is today. If you need to come out, that's okay. Just work to get back in for a couple more breaths if you can. Good. Inhale deeply. And on your next exhale, slowly start to walk it up. Be gentle with your body, guys, here. We've cut off a lot of places for circulation or blood flow. So it might feel like it's pooling. And then when we come up, you're going to feel that release, like opening up a hose, that rush of fluid coming through. So I want you to walk that right toe out a little bit farther if you need to. If you want to just stay right here, go for it. Otherwise, we're working in towards that mermaid posture. Now, start by kicking up through the right toes. Now, walk the left hand out in front. I guess my right hamstring's a little tighter than the other side. Let's see if we can get it. Good. Grab a hold of the inside of that right foot with the right hand and start to use that grip to open up the shoulder and open up through that leg. Now, if you're just holding the inside arch, that's okay. Maybe you want to start walking it towards that wrist, maybe the forearm. Maybe you're taking it all the way into that elbow crease. Choose your own adventure here, guys. But use this grip to really start to open up. If you're working towards that full mermaid posture, once you get that toe tucked into that elbow crease, you can rotate your torso forward, look forward, maybe stay right there, or maybe start to drop the head back so the crown of the head eventually meets the sole of that foot. Nice work, you guys. Breathe. Honor this space. If you were able to catch that foot and you've never been able to, say, yes, I did it. Look at me go. Say something nice to yourself, guys. Honor yourself. Love yourself. There's no reason not to. Good. If you're in that mermaid, slowly, do your best not to slingshot. Use control to come out. Walk that torso back forward. Curl onto those right toes. Be gentle with your body, guys. Shift it forward. Come onto that toe. Keep that left leg lifted. Kick it back. Three-legged dog for just a moment. Good. Then pedal it out. Bending through the knees. Shifting through the hips. Feel that fresh blood rushing back into the legs. Nice work, you guys. Walk the hands back to meet the feet. Bring those heels and toes together. Slowly start to rise on up. Come all the way up. Stack head over heart, heart over pelvis. Reach to the sky. Tuck that tailbone. Let it go. Nice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Beautiful. So we're going to wrap it up really quick here. And I mean wrap it up by saying eagle wrap pose. So if you'd like, you can come to the center of your mat like I have, or you just stay right where you are, okay? I want you to bring the heels and toes to touch, zip up through the legs. Squeeze through the tailbone and reach up to the sky. Drop those arms and bring the right arm out in front. Swing the left arm up and underneath. Now, you might say, this is not going to work for me. If that's the case right now, I want you to just give yourself a nice hug and start to walk the fingertips back to grab a hold of those shoulder blades right there, and then drop the shoulders back and down. And you'll feel that drop back and down because you'll squeeze your elbows down towards your body. Now, if you're up here and you're waiting for more instruction, I want you to start to wrap that left hand around to get those palms to touch. Good. The thumbs are stacking or pressing together. Start to draw those thumbs towards the face. Squeeze the belly. Imagine that current of energy lifting and grounding. Shoulders come back and down. Inhale. Lift the elbows up to the sky. Allow the head to drop back. Look up to the ceiling. Exhale. Squeeze it in. Nice. Now, we're going to lift up. Shift the weight into the right leg. Lift up through the left. Maybe give a couple of ankle rotations here. And then start to reach the left leg across the right thigh. Now, you're going to have to sink it down here, guys. The more you sink it down, the more likely you are to be able to wrap that toe right around that ankle. Now, if you can't get that toe to wrap around that ankle, you're reaching, you're extending, you're really pointing those toes to one day get them to wrap. Maybe you sink it down a little farther. Nice. Really drawing those thumbs towards the face, shoulders back and down. Slowly begin to unravel. Reach that left leg up, and then set it down. Unravel the arms, swing it out. Let it go. Nice work. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slight back bend, let it go. Good. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, drop the hands to heart center for just a moment. Smile. Say something nice to yourself and mean it. Good. Nice. Moving on to the other side. We inhale, reach up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Imagine that current of energy. Just drop the arms down into goalpost arms. Swing the left arm out in front and right arm comes up and under. Once again, grabbing for those opposite shoulders, giving yourself a hug here if you need, or interlacing those arms. Working to get the palms to touch. Good. Drawing those thumbs towards the face, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down, squeezing the elbows in towards the body. Good. Inhale, lift the elbows up to the sky. Exhale, drop those shoulder blades back and down, squeeze those arms into the body. Maybe you work those hands a little closer to coming to the palms. Maybe you're grabbing a hold of that thumb. Good. Shifting the weight into the left leg. Right leg lifts. Drop it over the left. Bend through those knees and wrap around. Eagle wrap pose, Garudasana. Smile, draw the thumbs towards the face, squeeze, or you're reaching. If you fall out, get back in. Good, holding here, one more breath. Squeeze everything in really, really tight, and then slowly start to unravel. Let it go, swing it out. Good, nice work, you guys. Bring the hands to heart center. Lifting up from the pelvic floor, squeeze and lift. Current of energy flowing up, grounding down through the backside. Shoulder blades come back and down. Hands together at heart center. Smile. Close the eyes. Now keep that spine long as you drop the chin into the chest. Breathing here. Nice little reverent bow. Give thanks for all our standing postures today as we move down to the ground. Good. When you're ready, come down into Shavasana. Your head can be facing whatever direction you choose. Extend the feet out long. Shoulders come back and down. Tuck them underneath your heart space. Allow it to lift that heart space up. Good. Bring the heels to touch and let the toes fall out, zipping up through the legs. Arms down by your side. Close your eyes. Tuck your chin into your chest. Breathe. Feel your heartbeat in the mat. Feel everything start to get heavy. Let your eyeballs get heavy. Release that tongue from the roof of your mouth. Release the tension in your jaw. And breathe. Nice work, you guys. Start to walk the feet up towards the booty. Supta Badrasana, drop the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out towards the sides of the room. We've worked on some good hip stuff today. So you might be nice and open here. Maybe you want to take the fingertips, place them on the thighs, and use that grip to help peel those legs even closer to the mat. Open up. Maybe you want to take one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Feel the vibration in your body. Good work, you guys. Inhale, drop the hands down to the outside edge of those thighs. Breathe. Inhale those knees together like you're closing a book. And then drop both knees into the chest to give yourself a great big hug. Try not to pull onto those knees, but rather grabbing a hold of the shins. Maybe you have a strap or a belt that you can use to grab a hold and place it here. Let me show you what I've got. I've grabbed one of my husband's belts here. So you can always take that strap and place it onto the shins here. And then you can keep your shoulders down as you peel the knees in towards the chest. And eventually you work towards the fingertips, grabbing and peeling. We want to work to keep these shoulder blades down into the mat, okay? Nice work, you guys. Maybe rocking it side to side here if that feels good. Smile. Maybe say something else nice to yourself. Maybe think of something you're grateful for. Your dog, your husband, your wife, your bird, your kids, your job, whatever it is for you right now. Find something you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as your morning coffee. Good. Stop in the center. Flex both the feet. Good. Squeeze both knees into the chest. And then release the left leg, grabbing a hold of the right shin. Kick that left foot up to the sky. Sole of the foot. Imagine you're standing on that ceiling above. And then slowly release the left leg down into the mat as you start to peel the right knee in towards the belly. You want to squeeze. You want to feel constriction in your belly here as you press that thigh in towards your colon. So we're working on Pavanamuktasana, or wind liberation pose. The shoulder blades are going to still draw in towards the mat. Maybe again, you grab a hold of that strap. You can always fold it in half if it's too long. Give yourself a little shorter grip. Maybe even walk your hands up on the strap, okay? Flex the feet. Both feet are flexed like we're standing against a wall. Inhale. Feel the breath as it gets a little shorter, as it gets a little constricted. Use your breath to push that thigh back out with your belly. So we're working on our ascending colon here. This is where we take in information. Breathing through it, inhaling deeply through that nose. Each exhale gives us an opportunity to really pull that right leg in. Inhale. And as you exhale, say to yourself, as you pull it in tighter, say to yourself here, I lovingly release that which no longer serves me. Flex those feet hard. Inhale deeply. Exhale, peel that leg down a little farther. And then gently release. Draw the left leg up to meet the right. Grabbing for opposite fingertips, wrists, or elbows here. Flex those feet. Maybe you have that strap. That's okay. Honor your props. They're there to assist. Good. Peeling those knees down into the belly. You should feel your belly pressing into those thighs with each breath. Good. You can keep your eyes closed here if you'd like. No need for the eyes to be open anymore if you'd like them closed. Just honor that. Allow the eyeballs to hang real heavy here. Keep squeezing that belly in with those thighs. Keep flexing those feet hard. Say to yourself here as you inhale, exhale, take it a little deeper and say, I choose to release that which no longer serves me. Feel the movement across your transverse colon, sending everything towards that expelling point, we'll call it, that letting go spot. Breathing deep, inhaling, flexing those feet hard, squeezing those thighs in towards the belly. Good. Exhale, gently release. Kick the right foot all the way up to the sky. Keep both feet flexed. Grabbing a hold of the left shin. Start to release that right leg down into the mat. Letting it go. Letting it release and peeling the left knee in. Flex your left foot. Looking up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Keep flexing those feet hard. Keep imagining or actually restricting that breath with that thigh. Don't imagine, actually do it. Press that thigh so hard into your belly that your breath has to push back on the thigh. Remember, each exhale gives us that opportunity to fold that leg in a little deeper, squeeze it in a little harder. Take it to your edge, squeezing here, working on that colon, working on that releasing sign. our descending colon. Keep flexing those feet hard. Inhale deeply. Take it farther than you thought you could and say to yourself here, I choose to release everything that isn't serving me anymore. I'm willing to change and I'm willing to grow. Good. Keep flexing that foot. Keep squeezing that thigh in a little tighter, a little tighter, a little tighter. Good. Exhale. Gently release. Sole of the foot comes up and we release it all the way down into Shavasana. Let it go. Releasing everything down into the mat. Good. Breathing. Come back to that breath. Nice. Walk the soles of the feet up towards the booty. As you inhale, lift the hips and shift them over to the left side of your mat, about 3 to 4 inches, and then drop them down. It's going to create a little funky S-curve here in your spine, but we're going to kick up off the feet and draw the knees towards the chest. As you draw the knees towards the chest, I want you to reach the arms out beside you like airplane wings, and then start to drop the knees down towards the right elbow. Reaching those knees up as high as you can is going to help you get that nice right angle with the legs. Flex those feet hard. Jatari Parivartanasana. Maybe you need that block and you can place it underneath the right leg or in between the legs here to help prop everything up. But what we want to do is we want to let those legs hang heavy so we can start to feel a nice side belly stretch here. Intense side belly stretch, Jatari Parivartanasana. Maybe you look out over the left fingertips if that right shoulder is staying grounded. Squeeze those knees up towards the chest a little farther. Feel that belly really rinsing here. Imagine you're rinsing out like a wet towel. You know how you turn it and twist it. That's what we're doing with our belly right here. We're actually letting that belly hang super heavy and everything else is doing the rinsing. Good. If that eye gaze is over to the left, on your next inhale, draw it back up. Nice. Use your next inhale. Use your core. Tighten up through that core and draw the knees up towards the ceiling. Release the soles of the feet into the mat. Recenter your spine. Knees come into the chest. Opportunity to kiss those knees. Tell them thank you. I appreciate you. Good. Rock it side to side for just a moment. And then drop the soles of the feet back into the mat. Nice. Inhale, lift those hips up. Shift them over to the right side of your mat about 3 to 4 inches now, creating that funky curve. Arms are out into a T. We kick up off the feet. Knees come into the chest. Eye gaze is up towards the ceiling at the moment. And then we drop those knees, bringing them as close to that left elbow as we can to create this nice right angle from our hip to our heel. Good. Tuck the chin back into the chest, extending that right arm out long. We're working to keep the shoulder, that opposite shoulder, down. So the right shoulder is working to ground into the mat. If you need to take that block and place it underneath the left leg or in between the legs so you can release those legs heavy, do so. Maybe you're like me and it's like 1 inch on that top leg. You can always take the left hand and place it on top of the thigh to help peel that hip open a little bit more. The ultimate goal of this pose is to rinse out the belly. Intense side belly stretch here. Good. Let the belly hang heavy. The body is doing the work to do the rinsing. Maybe you're looking out over the right shoulder. Good. Nice work, you guys. Really rinse that belly out. Nice work. Eye gaze comes back up to the ceiling. Press in through the palms. Use your core. Inhale, draw those knees up to the sky. Drop the feet back down into the mat. Recenter, re-square up on the mat here. And then slowly come into your Shavasana. However you choose to end your session today, I want you to go there now. Releasing the legs into the mat. Maybe you want to walk them out, creating a little starfish pose. Choose your own adventure, guys. This is your practice. I'm merely your flight attendant. Nice work. Breathing deep. Inhaling deeply through the nose, exhaling deeply through the nose, feeling the belly rise and fall with each breath. Coming back to an intention. Just really starting to release everything here into the mat. Let everything hang heavy. Resisting that urge to fidget, resisting that urge to move. Taking this opportunity to stay here as long as possible. And in that moment where you feel like you need to jump up off the mat and run and you're good to go, I encourage you to take 3 to 4 more deep breaths. Inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Really giving yourself an opportunity to challenge yourself to stay in that stillness longer. We're always on the go. We're always move, go. Give yourself that opportunity for rest. Without moving, I want you to draw your attention all the way up to your heart. Imagine that light that radiates there and say to yourself, I feel the truth in my heart. Inhaling and bringing that awareness all the way up to your throat, up to your lips. Say to yourself here, I speak the truth. Good. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully as you bring that awareness all the way up to that third eye. Say to yourself here, I intuit the truth. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been really awesome to be able to do these home practices with you. If you didn't catch the live, you can always follow it up with a replay on the YouTube channel. Just find us, True Yoga Hot Yoga on YouTube. We've got all the videos there that it may have missed in the past if you want to redo any of them or catch one that you missed. So it's been my honor, my privilege to guide you guys today. I hope that you're all doing well and staying sane. And if you need anything from us, you just let us know. Thank you so much. Namaste, you guys.